where are we going? Like, okay? We put this right? Right on the side, left on the side. Right on there? Yeah. Left hand, correct, yeah.
तुम भोली है प्यारी प्यारी है ओ माँ ओ माँ ओ तुम भोली है प्यारी प्यारी
Foil provides some disco ball. Bring foil out. Come.
अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई मैं मुस्काया तू मुस्काई मैं रोया तू रोई मेरे हंसने से मेरे रोने से तू बड़ी हारी है
Deal right here.
See, this one is open nourishment. Over there.
Yeah.
You have rice?
Yeah, no, yeah. Right?
That's good?
Yeah. That's yours.
Do we pull it? We got it.
Oh,
That's good.
Jake. Yeah? Already cute, right? Do, yes, I do. You see what we get, right? But luckily, compact. Oh, like Ito naman sama. Check it out.
Okay.
Watch it. Alright, you could wash all of them hands now, right? Bring injection there, like that. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Raghavaya Namaha. Om Itihastapakshayam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Akshitaya Namaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Pavitra Vaishnavya Saviturvaha Prasava Punavjitrain Pavitrain Surya Shatrihi Kasyate Pavitra Pate Pavitra Putasya Kamha Pune Tarchakayam. Om Tilakam Cha Mahapunyam Pavitram Papanashanam Apada Harite Nityam Lalate Harichandanam. No, come on, inside. You go fix. Give them the one. Take one. Okay, sit down everyone. Let's all stand. Let's all join in prayer, clasp the hands, close the eyes. Today, as we offer this prayer, let us think about the loved one of this home who has parted, Rookmin Sookoo, a physical self from this home. May we all meditate upon that form of this decease, and may we all wish her farewell. in her next round. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hari Om Yam Brahma Vadavendra Rudra Stunvanti Tavai Vedai Sangha Pada Kramopanishidai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Yanavasyetarate Namanasa Pashyanti Yam Yodino Yasyantam Navidu Sura Surakana Devaya Tasnai Namaha Shantakaram Bhujakshayam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadaram Gagana Sagrasham Meravaranam Suvagam Lakshmikam Tam Kamalanayana Yogi Vijnanagamyam Bande Vishinum Bhavabhayaharam Sadvalokakanathanam Anadinidano Deva Shankar Chakra Kadadara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Pradrubhava Om Krishna Krishna Kripalo Tvama Kinim Gatir Bhava Sansaranam Magnanam Prasida Purushottama Om Narayanaya Sura Sreshta Lakshmi Kanta Janardanam Anena Taparane Nartam Preta Moksha Pradrubhava Om Sura Chakshur Gachatu Bhatamatma Gyamcha Gachayate Tatrate Itam Oshadeshu Pratistishta Sharire Pretatma Shanti Pretatma Shanti Pretatma Shanti Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Take a seat. Hari Om Vishnu 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 Agya Sri Pramane Dvatiya Pradhani Sri Bharakalpe Vaivas Manvantare Shivinshati Tame Kalyugi Kalipramta Purloke Trinidati Shri Rahil Nagare Shri Mahaprajapati Kshetre Nekram Vake Baudo Vartamanyatanam Sanvatare Antayashti Sanskaram Aham Karishmi. Hari Om Adhyamukha Gotrasyamukha Pretasya Nesava Nimitta Ishate Snanam Maya Dejate Tapopatishtata Om Adhyamukha Gotrasyamukha Pretasya Nesava Nimitta Ishate Snanam Maya Dejate Tapopatishtata. One song. Well, let's call this one. Let each one and then do it, right? Om Tilakam Jamaha Punyam Bhavitam Bhavanataram Apada Harite Nityam Lalate Harichandaram Om Madhyamukha Gotrasyam Kapretasya Pretasya Neshava Nimitta. By the hands, chin. Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mretasya Neshava Nimitta Ishate Chandanam Maya Diyate Tapopatishtata Om Tilakam Cha Mahapunyam Pavitram Papanachanam Apada Harite Nityam Lalate Harichandanam Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mnetasya Neshava Nimitta. Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mnetasya Neshava Nimitta Ishate Gandam Maya Dejate Tapopatishtata Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mnetasya Neshava Nimitta Ishate Gandam Maya Dejate Tapopatishtata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Amretasya Neshava Nimitta Ishate Pushpamala Maya Deyate Tavo Patishtata Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Amretasya Neshava Nimitta Ishate Maya Deyate Tavo Patishtata Om Dharma Dharma Samayuktam Lobha Moha Samavritam Dehyam Sarvagatrani Devyan Lokan Sagachatu Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Yam Dware Mahagore Yandena Tamasavate Tatra Valokanartaya Dipayamopateshtata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Madhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Amretasya Neshava Nimitta Ishate Dipam Maya Deyate Tavo Patishtata Om Yam Dware Mahagore Yandena Tamasavrate Tatra Valokanartaya Dipayamopatishthata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Yam Dware Mahagore Yandena Tamasavrate Tatra Valokanartaya Dipayamopatishthata Om Shri Gopijan Bhalavaya Namaha Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsatanudamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishna Vande Jagadguram Namo Narayanaya Namaha Hari Om Hold on one pin that over the right hand Hari Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Amretasya Neshava Nimitta Ishate Tellatuyam Jalaste Maya Deyate Tavo Patishtata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
So,
Alright, you done?
stay right here.
Give him the first one, first one. Right? Alright, take this in your hand. Sprinkle water. Hari Om Vasoho Pavitramasi Shaladharam Devastava Savita Punatu Vasoho Pavitrena Shaladhrena Supavakamadushaha. Just raise his head, put it below the head. Alright, next one. This one will go below the right arm. Below the right arm. Into water. Hari Om Varunasko Tambanamasi Varunasa Skambasya Draniso Varunasya Adita Sadanayasi Varunasya Adita Sadanamasi Varunasya Adita Sadanamasi down. Right, next one under the left arm. Om Utano hi bhuriyah Srinath Veja Ikapata Pretavi Samudaha Om Jai Kapadaya Namaha. Next one somewhere by the neighbor. Om Shivo Namasi Swadi Tiskare Pita Namaste Ashru Mamaki Gum Srihi Om Ahi Bhuryaya Namaha. The next one down by the feet. Om Iku Tvam Rita Prana Rishye Kadhasana Om Pushne Namaha. Hari Om. Get a color. Okay, devotees, let's join in this bhajan as we all rejoice. Jai Krishna Hare. I'm sure everybody knows this bhajan. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyon ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyon ko dukha dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jab char taraf aniyara ho, आशा का दूर किनारा हो. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो. और कोई न केवल भारा हो, फिर तू ही मेरा पार करो. तू ही मेरा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. तो चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष कोई अमृत कर दे. तो चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष कोई अमृत कर दे. पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ज्ञान करे, जो भी तेरा ज्ञान करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल. Buddhamolam Adeshakam Ashvatam Prabhudavayam Chandam Siyasya Paranani Yastam Vedata Vedave. Life continues to go on. Life does not die, Jimmy. Just as the people tree. You could try cutting down the people tree, how much? It always spring out back. That is how life going to be. Now, today, if you have noticed in the ceremony, we did something that is not always done in funeral, right? The placing of the dolls. Why? I'm sure plenty of you might know. Because of the panchak. She died in the panchak. Right? And when you die in panchak, the ritual is a little bit different in that the placing of the dolls in the appropriate places, right, to prevent more death from occurring. And also panchak, special panchak hawan is also done. And for the Shraddha ceremony, there is a special rite known as the panchak rites that has to be performed. Other than the normal, 13 days will be termed as the Madhyam Shodashi. With that, the prayer is the Malin Shodashi, Panchak rites, and Sapinda ceremony has to be done. Prior to all of this today, this is the beginning. This is the last sanskar in your life, known as the Antayeshti sanskar. Within this life, there are 16 sanskars. Most of the time, we might just do 1 or 2, but the Antayeshti is a must. To die, we must die, each and every one of us. Now, within this Antayeshti sanskar, the funeral rites are performed, and then in the morning, we would have what is known as the Asti Sanchai. That is the disposal of bones and ashes that has to be done into the Ganga. In the evening tomorrow, there is a next ceremony called the Dudmohi. That is the offering of sweet rice and milk and so on. Long time, people used to go and put it on a forward junction. But today, that isn't done anymore. When you go on a forward junction, they say make a little choker and put that one and all these things for the deceased. But if you should go and do that, the place is so busy now. People say, we're doing a little over here. So we change everything now and it is done home. You do every single thing home where you set up the kalash with the water to drip on the push grass and offering of your pinda every day. You offer the sweet rice. You could make sweet rice or you could make a khichdi, saltless, with urdi and rice. However, I always suggest you do the sweet rice so everybody could partake of some. So after that, then you perform what is known as the Dashgat, the 10-day ceremony. This 10-day ceremony marks the making back of a body. People get mixed up with that and the Bandara. The 10th day is the making back of a body. Each day you offer a pinda from in the morning until the 10th day. Each pinda represents a part of the body. Hands, feet, mouth, organs, all these things. And the 13th day, on the 13th day we make offering to the devatas that resides in the cities on the pathway to Yamlok. We offer 16 pindas. This deceased will have to stop at 16 different stops before it meets Yamlok, before it enters into Yamlok. And whenever it reaches by that city, that soul stops and waits on the offering that has to be made. Pinda and water offering, we say tilangeli. Tilangeli consists of water, black till, white rice, tulsi leaves and flowers. And this is offered onto the push grass. The purpose of making these offerings is that the soul cannot consume food. The hunger is satisfied by the offering of a pinda, and the water is for thirst. When you see you offer food, the food is offered to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna converts this to whatever form that the deceased would take. In our Gita, it says, Vasamsi Jaranani Yata Vihaya Navani Grahanti Naro Purani Tatha Sharirani Vihaya Jaranan Yanyani Samyati Navani Dehi. Shedding out garments, worn out garments, and going into others that are new. And we see it happening every day. We could see a snake changing skin. We could see butterfly changing, caterpillars changing itself. But what about the human being? The human being has to cast down this body and has to get a new body. So life does not stop here. When this happens, you still have to shop. You know, you're going to the mall and you want new clothes and so on because this is old and you have to change it. The same way, you would have to shop for a body that is suited for your karma. According to your karma, you will get a body suited for that. Well, you're going to the animal species, insects, where you come back as a human, or with such good doings, actions, you reside with God. And that is our ultimate goal, you know. That is our ultimate goal in this life, to get liberation, to achieve oneness with God. That is our ultimate goal. But you know, sometimes we come and, you know, many people get caught up with what we term Maya. Maya. What is Maya? Maya is an elusive power. Elusive power. And we get caught up, we get tied up with Maya. And you know, you want to have this and that and achievements in life and nice cars and house, and you tend to forget God. But today we have this lady lying here. She was a gem of an individual. I have known her personally. And prayer is a must. And she would never sit without Jimmy and do a prayer. You know, they had to sit down together all the time. And when she come home, I mean, she had to hug me up. And I believe she do that with everybody. She had a good relationship. So we have a good soul. We have a great soul living in the village. And she sets an example for us to follow, a way of life. The children, how much age? 4 or 5? Children? 4. And she have daughter-in-laws, she have grandchildren. Yes. And I have known, even before Jimmy, I have known some of the individuals in this family, like Elena. I know Alina small, so you know. Going kindergarten with my daughter. Yeah. So life itself is a cycle. At one time you know them, and the next time way back here, somewhere in the center you meet again. And so you go on. That is how life is. Her soul could enter into somebody in the family again. When my father died, the day we cremated the body, next morning my last son born. So I stick the name on here and call he Pa. I used to call him P, up to now he is Pa. So you see, everything works with an energy, you know, an energy. That's how it is. When there is death, you know, we tend to ponder and cry and fret and sorrow. It don't have to be like that. Because life is not finished. Life has to go on. When you cry, you make it difficult for that individual. You don't want to part. Right now, the soul is here, you know. And the soul is listening, the soul is hearing everything. The soul has become so familiar with this body that it do not want to go. But once the soul is out of the body, it cannot re-enter. So the soul lingers here. It lingers around here. And you know when the soul moves from the body, when the body is placed into the fire, and you see you light the fire, and the body catch a fire, and it starts to disintegrate, the soul gets uneasy, and the soul starts to move like kind of crazy. I say, you boys come. You have to offer some water here on this bush grass. I say, call your mother name, eh? So as he called the name now, the soul hears that, and the soul goes by him and stay now. Because he is very closely related to the deceased. So for those days now, the soul remains around you. There's nothing to be frightened about. The soul can't do nothing. The soul and you is good friend. Where the soul came from? From your mom. So the soul stays with you. For those days you have to keep yourself very clean. The soul like cleanliness. Keep yourself clean at all times. And there's certain restrictions, you know, within these few days. No giving of charity from the home. People should not cook and bring food here. Today we forget all those things, eh? No combing of the hair. But some of you didn't shave, so you have a ras or something. No combing of the hair. Okay, and be home by 6. You mustn't be outside after 6. You must be indoors. No cutting off your nails. So these are the certain restrictions, you know why? Because, well, death is imminent, but we knew she was going to die, but the fasting, usually for a prayer you fast 21 days before, but probably you all wasn't fasting, so now the fasting is a little different. Like just abstaining from meat and alcohol and so on, negative places. No, no cutting, no combing of the hair, no cutting of the nails, be inside by 6 o'clock, no giving of charity. They say no chunky food, no salt food, and all these things. These are the restrictions to maintain the fast. It's not just like a normal Devta Puja. This prayer and devotion is greater than doing any puja to the Devtas. To do Ganesh Puja, to do Krishna Puja, to do Ram Puja, Durga Puja, this is greater. Because the first mantra that was taught is Matri Devo Bhava. Second one, Pitri Devo Baba. And third one, Acharya Devo Baba. Honor your mother, honor your father, and all the rest in authority, your teacher, the elders, and so on. So today, as we all sit, from stand, we look at what is taking place. And she gives us a reminder, because one day we will be in the same position. We would be lying there, and someone will be doing the ceremony just like this. So she sets an example. Sometimes in today's life, sometimes it's not like this. Your body kidnapped and you can't find it and all these things. But she lived her life. How much years? 83. Very good. Yeah. Good day. She lived her life. She trained her children in the right way. I'm really sorry for Jimmy, but Jimmy is a man who could stand up. Jimmy is strong. Very strong. Imagine? Gonna make it. So at this time, I would call on Ariana to do the eulogy.
Hi, good morning. The hardest thing about losing someone is the thought of losing all your memories with them. A devoted wife, married to Grandpa for 62 years, a mother, a sister, a grandmother, an aunt, a friend, and a confidant. It's difficult to put into words the depth of our grief, but it's even harder to express how grateful we are for the time we shared with her. My grandmother was a woman of incredible strength, love, and wisdom. She lived a life full of kindness, and her presence in our lives shaped us in ways that will continue long after she's gone. She had a way of making you feel seen and understood, no matter how old you were, where you were in life. If you needed advice, she had it. If you needed comfort, she offered it. And when you needed a laugh, she was always the first to share a joke or story about when Dad was growing up that would especially make me smile. I think what I would remember most about her was her unwavering devotion to her family and whom she knew. Whether it's, well, they'll go past to Diwali lunch, or I make some curry cascado and peace for Elena, or go past fit, she was always thinking of her family. And don't mention, when you go in by Grandma and Grandpa, you have to come with an empty stomach, because you can't come here and not enjoy the amazing food she would prepare. She taught us the importance of cherishing these moments, of being in the presence with one another, and of showing up for the people you love. Her legacy is one of deep connection, shared history, and unconditional love. She also had a quiet strength that many of us admired. Life wasn't always easy, but my grandmother never let hardship define her. She faced challenges with grace and dignity, teaching us by example what resilience looked like. She had an inner peace that even in difficult times made you feel that everything would eventually be okay. And her love for the little things in life was something that all of us learned to appreciate. Whether it was the scent of fresh flowers in the garden or the joy of reading papers in the morning, she found beauty in the simplest things and in turn taught us to do the same. Grandma's legacy is carried on in each and every one of us, in the kindness we show, the laughter we share, and the love we give. She has touched our lives in ways which words cannot fully capture, and though she may no longer physically be with us, her spirit will live in our hearts forever. We'll carry her lessons, her wisdom, and her love with us throughout every step of our lives. One of the most important life lessons I learned from her was always to trust in God. It didn't matter that we were talking about different religions, she was always saying, trust in God. Since I was younger, despite that I'm a Roman Catholic, Grandma made sure that I was aware of some of the Hindu customs, and that was our way of bonding. When she was diagnosed, I learned that faith comes before fear, So today we wear white, not only as a Hindu tradition, but to signify peace, honor, and purity. Dad. You were the first one to know that Grandma was sick. It's thanks to your thorough examinations that we were able to somewhat mentally prepare for this day. I can recall all the sleepless nights you would have, researching Grandma's condition, and trying to find a way that she wasn't in pain. I know that there's not a doctor you didn't call, and there's not a medical website that you didn't visit. However, through all of your pain, you stood strong, and with the support of Uncle Don, Uncle Darren, Auntie Debbie, their families, Mom, myself, and every single one of you here today, we are now able to send Grandma off to a better place where she and Didi are probably having an amazing time. You showed me that even in hard times, family, friends, and your loved ones will always be by your side to support you. I urge everyone today, let's find comfort and peace in knowing that Grandma is no longer ill, and she died surrounded by her husband and her children. She would have wanted it no other way. Remember, that is a celebration of life. Let's honor Grandma and celebrate the life that she lived. Rest in peace, Grandma. We love you and we miss you.
Very beautiful indeed. I think we have someone to do a little poem. This your daughter, Raj?
Yeah.
Very good. Come for it, sir.
My Aji.
Yeah. Don't worry.
My Aji Jimmy. I just want to let you know you meant the world to my brother and me. You were such a wonderful grandmother, the best there will ever be. Your smile was made of sunshine, your heart was purest of gold. Your eyes were bright as shining stars, and you cared for all young and old. Whenever there's Ram Leela, I will always remember you, Aji, sitting upstairs upon the front porch, looking out for my brother and me. You being there for Aja through bad times and laughter. He'll always remember you, Aji, because he could never love another. We'll remember all the good times and try to not think about the sad. We'll treasure all the special moments through the years we always had. May your kind soul find peace for being such a wonderful woman. May God richly bless you as you journey to the great beyond. Love, wish, and wishes.
Thank you very much. So at this time, is anybody want to say anything? Add in a few words or say anything? Okay, well now we will proceed with the family members will come and offer their flowers, mala, arti. Hello.
Go ahead now. Do you want this side? This side.
No. Om Madhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mayatasya Nitavayata Ishade Dipam Maya Deyate Tabo Patishthatam Om Yam Dvare Mahagore Andena Tamasavrate Tatra Valokanartaya Dipayamo Patishthatam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Yam Dvare Mahagore Andena Tamasavrate Tatra Valokanartaya Dipayamo Patishthatam Hari Om. Bhajarade Govinda Gopala Bhajarade Govinda Nandalala Bhajarade Govinda Gopala Bhajarade Govinda Nandalala Bhajamurali Manohara Nandalala Bhajarade Govinda Gopala Bhajamurali Manohara Nandalala Bhajarade Govinda Gopala Bhajarade Govinda Gopala Bhajarade Govinda Nandalala Bhajarade Govinda Gopala Bhajarade Govinda Nandalala Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nata Nara and Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nata Nara and Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nata Nara and Vasudeva He Nata Nara and Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nata Nara and Vasudeva He Nata Nara and Vasudeva Govinda mero hai Gopala mero hai Govinda mero hai Gopala mero hai Sri Vake Bihari Lallar mero hai Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nata Nara and Vasudeva He Nata Nara and Vasudeva Hari Bol 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 Jai Radha Mana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Mana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Mana Hari Bol. 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om Yam Dware Mahagori Andina Tamasamrite Katra Balukanartaya Dipaya Mopatistata. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Radha Namana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Namana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallavam Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallavam Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallavam Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallavam. So devotees, in our midst we have Panditji, Pandit Atma. I'd like to call on him to say a few words, chant a few mantras, and bid wonderful farewell to this day.
Beloved sisters and brothers, beloved sisters and brothers, almost always when we allow footsteps to be directed to a family, more so family like this family who has deep and strong roots in the community, and for generations to come, their sacrifices, their commitment, and of course the intrinsic role they play within the community will always be remembered. So today I know Uncle very well. I remember the mother, most beautiful and winsome smile on her face, always very pleasant. And today I know they are connected, you know, like with the Bhagwat family, many of the other extended relatives around. The family is very well connected. The threads are very strong. Often we forget and we fail to recognize that mothers play a very pivotal role in the lives of families. I know her children have done exceedingly well, and to a great measure that rests squarely on the shoulders of parents, but more so a mother who would have been a motivating force, who would have given tremendous sacrifices, molding, comfort, support, and all of the love. Wordsworth says that love is the most endearing thing. It makes heartbreak and difficult times enduring. It gives us the strength, that tenacity of purpose when we have troubled times. And in fact, somewhere it's written that mothers do not die. Mothers live on. You know, I was just talking to my friend there, Randy, outside. You know, his mom and many of the other mothers who we think of. You know, my mom who passed just about 3 years ago. Their memories seem to be etched in our brain, in our hearts. That is something that cannot come out of us. No matter what you do. You know, Panditji will attest to that. You know, he is a colleague of the cloth, good friend and brother. We all know that we'll talk about this. We go to functions, ceremonies, funerals. But it is only when you actually lose one that is close to you. In fact, I cannot even think of meeting Uncle by himself. Wherever I meet them, except maybe if he's having a beverage or so, which is very rare. But normally they're always together. You know, you'll always see them together. You meet them at the grocery, wherever. And, you know, it's like a wonderful couple, good family. And even whatever I had to do this morning, I thought that I had to be here just to make a representation. The deceased Pandit Kasi and his family formed a very important role here, because remember the geographic positioning of this house, where it is, where the family would have their, you know, the early years and so, you know, gave them strong and deep roots. But Arthur Hugh Clough once wrote in a very beautiful poem, "Not from eastern windows only, when daylight comes in the light. In front the sun rise slow. How slowly, but westward look, the land is bright." Sometimes we think that only birth is a moment of light and blessing. Death is also a blessing, because it is also going to meet, it's going to a different dimension. We on this side of the fence will always say it's a goodbye, but somewhere there is arrival. So if you look beyond that and you say, you know, I just had a funeral yesterday, and the man, Dr. Melvin Akal, he was one of the best skin specialists. He was 95 years, 95. And his wife, who is a sister of Vidya Naipal, died 1 month ago. And she told me, you know, before her death, she says, "Panditji, if I die before Mel, watch him, you know. If he dies, I will make it, but if I die." And you know, the day before the man died, just the day before he died, he told his son, you know, his children, he says, "I have lost the purpose of living. I don't want to live anymore." And that's why Uncle Jimmy and people who would have spent, you know, who become a partner, who become a, you know, shareholder in that marriage and family, they need that support, they need that love. And that's why we are here I know we like to think that whatever we are doing is for the deceased and we want to give but actually you can't give much. You could give much more to those who she loved, her children, her family, give that support. The Hindu view, and of course the world view of religious life, is that what you do during your life is your salvation. In Hindi we call this thing moksha. Moksha means freedom. It means total release from the trappings of this world. So the body can be a trap. In fact, there's a bhajan that we sing at funerals, Pinjare ke panchi. Pinjara means a cage, and panchi means a bird. So one day the bird has to leave the cage. You know, one day we all have to drop this physical body, and if you put, you put 10 different colors of cans, and you put water in them, and they may be different colors and different sizes and whatever. You see colors, you see labels, you see all that stuff. It is only when you have death you realize that contents is what is important. All of us are made of the same material. There's no dichotomy, there is no separation. So whether you are black, white, rich, poor, Hindu, Muslim, Tennyson said, death is the leveler. So Uncle Jimmy today, sir, I know if Pandit Kasi was alive, he would have been here. And I know that the village today, all of your cousins and family, I see Rampiari and many of the other family members here. Chow is gone. You know, all of these people would have had, your footsteps are here in this community. And today we pray that Lord Krishna will give you strength, comfort in this time. You have your sons. Daughter, and daughters, because there's daughters-in-law and daughters. So we have all that extended family, and everybody who would have taken the time off. I see some children here who did not go to school. So we know that children also took time off to come to the funeral and to join with the family. So you have not lost, even though you have lost a partner, you have not lost your friends, your neighbors, your family. They have all come to rally around you and join with you in this time. The sun has peeped out, and today we pray, and of course you're in good hands, my brother, colleague. We are from the same area, and of course, he will be able to guide the family appropriately. Maybe all pray together as we lift our hearts and our voices. Let us all pray and join. Omniscient and divine Lord, we thank you for Ma's life. We thank you for her many sacrifices and the life she would have lived and the memory she would have created for all of us. We know that a mother's breast milk, her lullabies, her gentle hands, her eyes closing at night, thinking what to cook for those kids tomorrow. Opening her eyes first thing in the morning, her children, her family. How can we ever forget a mother? Mothers will never die. The navel string, the umbilical cord is always connected. No child is ever separate from his mother or her mother. But today, as we remember this wonderful mother, her life exudes sweetness and grace and love and happiness. She may have had her battles with illness and other things, but let us not zoom in on those negatives. Let us think of all of the positive memories. Let our hearts' love and our prayers today become the platform, the springboard that will help her soul to attain moksha. May we all pray together. Om Karacharanakitam va kayajam karmajam va Sravanajayanam va manasam va paradham Vihitam va sarve takshamasva Jai Jai Karunabde Shri Mahadev Shambhu. Whatever wrongs, whatever errors, whatever mistakes she may have committed, through speech, through hands, through eyes, through body, whatever missteps they may have been, we pray that may your forgiving hands be upon her. May she find a welcome embrace in your arms, dear Lord, and may she find moksha, freedom from the cycle of birth and death. As we lift our voices and we pray, we know that you are her friend, you are her support, you are the one to take care of her Atman. May we all sing one or two lines. Tum hi ho mata, pita tum hi ho, तुम ही हो बंधु सखा तुम ही हो माँ. All together. O माँ, ओ 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 माँ. तुम ही हो साथी, तुम ही सहारे, कोई न अपना सिवा तुम्हारे. You are our friend, you are our support, you are everything. तुम ही हो साथी, तुम ही सहारे, कोई न अपना सिवा तुम्हारे माँ. तुम ही हो नैया, तुम ही खेवैया, तुम ही हो बंधु सखा, तुम ही हो. All together. ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ. जो खिल सके ना वो फूल हम हैं, तुम्हारी चरणों के धूल हम हैं. We are the dust of your feet, we are the flowers that blossom with the sunshine of your love. The childhood memories that will live on in our hearts will never fade. Oh Mother, may you bless us. जो खिल सके ना वो फूल हम हैं, तुम्हारी चरणों के धूल हम. दया की दृष्टि सदा भी रखना, तुम ही हो बंधु सखा, तुम ही हो. All together. ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ. May Bhagwan bless her soul and give all of you strength and comfort. Once again to Panditji. Pandit has done exceedingly well, because if you don't have seedlings, Behan, then you have failed. Panditji has produced good sons who are Pandits, who have made him proud. In fact, I did his father's funeral. You know, I did his father, Pandit Ramnanan. It's only about 30-something years ago. Yeah. So, only just a couple of years. So today I'm so happy that Panditji is here with the family. Today we look around sometimes for direction. And a priest, a Pandit, is like a navigator. He gives direction to the family. He gives strength and support. So Panditji, you know, nice joining with you. And Uncle Jimmy, you know, you cannot have any beverages for 1 year. Yeah, okay. May God bless us. Huh? Yeah, Panditji.
Thank you very much for that, ma. You know, your voice is always precious around in this district, in this area, in this complete main road. Pandit Atma himself has been doing a tremendous job in his community, in his temple, and all his devotees. Thank you very much for being here with us and joining today, Panditji. So at this time, is there anyone want to come and still offer a flower? Okay, you all come, give them flowers here. You all take flowers in your hand. Bhagavani re, जनक सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से काम रे. बनवारी रे, जनक सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से काम रे. झूठी दुनिया, झूठी बंधन, झूठी है यहाँ ज्योति दुनिया ज्योति वंदन ज्योति है यहाँ काया ज्योत सास का आना जाना ज्योति है यहाँ काया ओ यहाँ साचो तेरो नाम रे बनवारी रे जनक सहारा तेरा नाम रे मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे. Everyone clap their hands. Join the mantra. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Yamaya Dharmadaya Mritrave Chandakaya Cha Vaivasvatai Kalai Sarvabhutakshayaya Cha Audum Barai Danai Nilai Parameshware Trikodarai Chitra Chitra Guptaya Vinamah. Om Ayodhya Mathura Maya Kashikam Chiyavantika Puri Dravati Gaya Saptaita Moksha Dayakaha. Om Dharma Dharma Samayuktam Lova Moha Samavratam Dehyam Sarvagatrani Devyan Lokanta Gacchatu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pretatma Shanti, Pretatma Shanti, Pretatma Shanti. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai.
Uncle, mommy. See. Hola. See.
Yes.
Sabi. Yes, Sabi. Yeah, she's here. Look, Sabi.
No, Debbie, not you, Debbie.
For enjoy.
Debbie, the sister.
Sabi's the oldest one. She asked me what it's from another side. Who's the biggest one? Who's the original? I'm the oldest. That's why I'm about to cry. Should I start? Stop.
When they go in and it's right. I'll leave it to after this Now, it's beautiful. Can you wake up?
Same way we did. Right hand. Left hand. Right. Move this way. Okay. Yeah. You were there. Same way we always do.
We're going the same way, right? Yeah, in this way, right? So right hand, left hand. We're going back on the foot, we're going into the hood together, right? When we turn on the guys, they put it there. Yeah, when we turn it.
And now Vivian? Oh, anybody? Johnny. That's all. We can't talk about Who's ready? Yeah, so you can cancel. Yeah. You're gonna leave it. Okay, Vivian. Alright. When you follow, just throw it on your voice.
कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी तेरी कह न सके अपनी कहानी तेरी विपत्ति क्या विधि ने तेरी सफाई की आंसू में कलम डुबो तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को चुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के काले रे चुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के काले रे ये पत्थर का देश है तेरा दर्द न जाने को बिजली के पंछी रे बिजली के पंछी बाहर से तो